A lot of players will bait with Octazooka, but we bought the nukes! And so we nuked that Venusaur down to the ground, take it out, and I think that can win us the matchup right there.
Let's settle down, class. It's time for a lesson.
Good morning, class. Today, we're going to be taking a look at one of my friend's teams, also known as 64Ninja. He's usually on the top of the leaderboards. He always does well on the ladder. He's always one of the first people to hit legend, and he's a streamer. You can find his Twitch down below. Please grab a seat and get ready for notes because it's time for a lesson. Just a quick reminder, if you want a better grade in class, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell so you can be the first to know when we're having new lessons. Also, if you want to see how I battle live in GBL, please check me out at twitch.tv/SuperScienceSensei. I battle every day from 8 p.m. to approximately 10 p.m. inside Pacific Standard Time. I hope to see you guys there. So this team has been a team that has existed since, I think, Season 3 to Season 4 of Go Battle League. It has done well ever since the inception of Shadow Snorlax and has been very, very strong in Ultra Premier. This team has been used by 64Ninja for a very long time, and it always gives some great results. I've used similar style teams before, and it always does pretty well. And it focuses on the idea of having a very strong neutral lead of Snorlax, very similar to the Lickitung team I showcased before, and then having hard counters to very common lines. Cofable with the charm beats fighters and defeats dragons. So there are any of those double dragon lines you can really tear down with Cofable. And while Kingdra is a very, very good neutral safe swap with the ability debuff with Octazooka and has lots of play against most of the meta. Obviously it loses to Charmers, but hopefully Snorlax and Cofable can carry through in situations like that. Kingdra also does particularly well against many starters, allowing a very balanced and strong team that performs against almost every team in the meta. Let's take a look at how I perform using this squad. Okay, so this first match, they have a Dragonite. Shadow Dragonite and Shadow Snorlax is very neutral into the matchup. Because they have a Scissor, I decide to stay in. The Dragonite can get hard countered by a Cofable later, and so we know that that the Snorlax is going to be okay. As long as we threaten the Scissor here, it doesn't want to take that neutral superpower, and the Body Slam's still a chunk because Scissor is pretty squishy in Ultra. Since they've already used the shield, I look at my HP and I know I can survive one more Night Slash since they didn't boost. And because of that, we're going to go for the superpower. If they don't shield here, they're going to lose their Scissor. And if they do shield here, we're going to be up 2 shields to none, putting us in a really good position. Because the Scissor goes down, so does our Snorlax. And we're going to go into the Cofable. And now we switch over to the Kingdra. Kingdra can beat the Empoleon, and they realize this. GG. Well played. Snorlax once again goes to another Dragonite. Same ideas before. This is a pretty neutral matchup. We can sometimes win or lose these depending on how they want to shield and how we want to shield. We do an amazing swap over to another Bug Steel, but this time it's Escavalier who has counter, which can hurt us pretty bad. Once again, because of the Dragonite in the back, we know Clefable has a lot of work against there, and we are going to throw Superpower here to take up their shield because the counters will kill us if they throw another move. They counter us all the way down. We don't get to the Body Slam. And so now we have to decide what's going to take the damage for us. We're going to go into Kingdra. And the cool thing about Kingdra is that even though the Dragon Breaths are resisted, Kingdra is pretty bulky. And like, look at how much damage the Aerial Ace does. It doesn't do that much. And the Octazooka, even against resisted opponents, there's a 50% chance to debuff them by 2 stages, which gives us huge play. So they switch over to the Dragonite, trying to snipe us with the Dragon Claw. And we expected this, so we switch over to our Clefable, taking double reduced damage. We're going to farm this completely all the way down. We don't need a shield because they won't have enough energy for a Hurricane. And we are going to take out this Dragonite. Look at that. We have a lot of energy stored up now. We'll see what they want to bring back in, and we can threaten their shields and or possibly charm them down. They have an Empoleon, so this is a kind of a rough situation for us. We're going to go for the Psychic. They get us extra waterfall through. So the thing about Psychic is that, yes, it's resisted, and yeah, there's no stab, but Meteor Mash is double resisted, and so we're hoping to get the debuff chance. Here we're going to shield, and we're hoping that we can get the Outrage on the Empoleon. If we can kill the Empoleon with Outrage, then we should be a-okay. We're double shielding here, hoping that we can farm down the Escavalier and hopefully it has no energy. And Oh, it takes us out. We lag a little bit. That's a GG. They're going to take the win here. There's nothing we can do. We're going to get Waterfall down. GG. Well played to our opponents. Third match of the set, Obstagoon. So that's one of the worst things that we can see. If we land a superpower, it'll kill it. But, okay, they bring in their Charizard. And the thing about Charizard is that with Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw, it can beat our Kingdra. But we have Octazooka. If it doesn't shield this Octazooka, it will probably die or get very close to a farm down range. And if we get the debuff, this could help a lot. We get the debuff. That's really bad for that Charizard because now you notice the Dragon Breaths aren't doing as much damage. I wonder what we're going to decide to do here. Oh, we're going to let the Dragon Claw go through. It farms us down just a little bit. But because of this, and now that they're down a shield, we aren't scared of any move the Charizard will throw, and it doesn't get to the Blast Burn. And now if we throw a superpower, if they don't shield this, that Obstagoon is going to be doomed? I don't know. They have an Obstagoon double fire. So that's kind of rough for us because our Clefable doesn't do that great. So we're going to need our Snorlax to do some work here. They flame charge us. We don't care. We just need to make sure that we take a shield here. We're going to throw a Meteor Mash. And if we don't take a shield, at least we should bring it down into range for our Snorlax to win. We do take the shield. The Snorlax can now kill this Talonflame by shielding and using a Body Slam. So that's a lot of energy there. We have to make sure we don't get killed by a Brave Bird. We call the Flame Charge, which is insane. If they Brave Bird there, I think we lose. But because they did that, we can shield up here. Now they have high damage Flame Charges. And the Obstagoon comes in. We hit the Body Slam on the Obstagoon. But I'm pretty sure that is going to be in Lick down range. As Lick is one turn move. GG. I guess you could say I really like that matchup. Okay, whatever. Let's move. Match number 4. We have a Alolan Ninetales lead, which is kind of weird because none of our guys in the back really want to see it. So we kind of want to keep this matchup with our Snorlax. That's how you dictate how you want to move to which Mon. It's based off of what you want to see and what you don't want to see. Kingdra really would not like to see that, and it outpaces our Clefable. So we're going to use our Snorlax to chip this down with Body Slams. We go over to a Kingdra, and we just get to charm it down. So the thing about we don't shield anything. They're probably going to debuff us, but even if they debuff us, that just gives us more farm, and it will not survive a Meteor Mash if they go back to their Alolan Ninetales. So we'll see what's in the back. Charm is very strong inside the meta when there are lots of dragons or fighters inside the meta. Charm does big damage. Okay, so they have a Politoed, and we know that our Kingdra can easily handle a Politoed since it resists the Weather Balls. And I mean, the big moves will hurt, obviously, but we're gonna be okay with that. We're not going to shield our Clefable. It's done its job. The Snorlax is going to go for the Alolan Ninetales. The Kingdra is going to go for the Politoed. That's how we're going to think about how we want to play this matchup. That's how we're going to go about it. They try to overfarm too much, and so even though they have lots of energy, they take a little extra damage from the Meteor Mash, and they go. And now it's inside really critical range. Now, this could be a Blizzard. I'm a little scared. But it doesn't kill because it's just neutral. We switch back over, and now it's our Snorlax onto their Alolan Ninetales again. We need to win this matchup because we lose with the Kingdra against this. So we throw a Body Slam, and if we get to 2 Body Slams, we will kill this, and then the Politoed will be in danger because it has very low energy. They shield here, which is correct because they know they need to win this matchup to win the game. We're going to shield that Powder Snow, this Weather Ball, and we're going to give it another Body Slam because Snorlax is busted. You guys notice that it's Shadow because the Lick does more damage, the Body Slams do more damage, and yes, you take a little bit more damage, but it's definitely worth it. I think they're going to try to farm up for excess energy here to hopefully get to a Blizzard in time, but they realize that we're really close to a Body Slam, and they throw their Weather Ball, and now, as long as we can get to this or just burn it down, we win. GG. Weather Ball is double resisted because it's Dragon and Water for Kingdra, so it would not kill us from there. Last match of the first set. They have a Shadow, but that's a horrible matchup for us. That thing can kill us really bad. So we're going to switch over to our Kingdra right away and see what they have as an answer. Okay, so now they have Venusaur. So the thing about Venusaur is Venusaur can definitely do work against our Kingdra. It can win if it lands the Frenzy Plants. It needs to land 2. But if we land on Outrage, they will die. A lot of players will bait with Octazooka, but we bought the nukes! And so we nuked that Venusaur down to the ground, take it out, and I think that can win us the matchup right there. Shadow Machamp, we don't have to worry about it anymore because our Cofable hardwalls every single move that it wants to throw. Even the neutral rock slides are not going to do much to Cofable. So we're just going to charm it down, and we'll see what they have in the back for our Snorlax. Oh my gosh, it didn't even get to a move? Wow! And they have an Empoleon. So inside this scenario, all we have to do is make sure that we bring it down low enough for our Cofable to win. We are going to probably shield up, do a double superpower right here, because if they don't shield any of these superpowers, they die. So they're gonna have to use both shields right here, and hopefully our Cofable will get to a move to finish off that Empoleon. So we throw the second superpower right here, and they think that we're baiting with Body Slam, so we win. GG, well played. What a set. Okay. Putting another set in. They have a Magnezone here, and Magnezone is really bad for both things in the back. So kind of like that Alola Ninetales, we want to make sure that our Snorlax is the one facing this Magnezone here. Yes, the wild charges would hurt, but look how much damage those licks are. Look at that. We only used one shield, so we haven't used a single shield yet. We showed the wild charge. Look at how low the HP is. They're gonna do a double wild charge. I'm pretty sure we can survive one because Snorlax is bulky even with the shadow debuff. And oh my gosh, we barely make it out alive enough to get to the second body slam. They're at -4, so they have to double shield there. Because they are so low, we can Dragon Breath it down. They go into a fighter. We switch over to our Cofable, and that is a dead Gallade. Gallade cannot kill my Cofable here. They use a close combat instead of Leaf Blade, which is resisted, which probably is the correct play. That Gallade goes down. Also, it reduces how much farm I get on my Cofable, so that makes sense. But let's see. Oh gosh, they have a Venusaur. We're gonna hope that we get to the Psychic in time. Now, even though it's not stab, Cofable's Psychic is gonna chunk the fluff out of that Venusaur. Look at it go. They're trying to farm us down to get the energy. One Dragon Breath will wipe it out. We have to shield. The wild charge is going to hurt like fluff, but these frenzy plants, we need to make sure we don't take them. So they can't play that bait game, and we hopefully burn it down. If we get to the Octazooka, ooh, do we survive? Oh yeah, look how bulky Kingdra is. Shadow Magnezone hitting us with a wild charge. We are able to finish it off and take the W. GG. Snorlax, Ninetales. Okay, once again, we're not going to switch out because we want the Alola Ninetales with our Snorlax. Just going to spam body spams. We don't need to do anything else. That was really fast. So that's not Dazzling Gleam. That's going to be a Weather Ball. So we definitely do not shield. The cool thing about this team is that since all the mons are relatively bulky, we can dictate where we want to put our shields and determine what... We have to figure out which mon is going to be our win condition and shield accordingly. The more information you have, the stronger the team gets, just like every other team, but especially in this team. The more you know about your opponent, the more you know about the meta, the stronger the likelihood of, the higher the likelihood of you winning. Okay, so here we decide to shield because we know we can lick it down if we do so. And so we lick down the Alola Ninetales. Okay, we have 1 HP. That's really scary. They beat it. Oh, if only that body slam went off, that could have really chunked it out. They go to Empoleon and we're down a shield, so this is really bad. So normally inside this situation you go for the Outrage, because if you hit the Outrage it will do big damage on the Empoleon. But we are going to go for the Octazooka because they have 2 shields. If we have a debuff on this Empoleon, we have a chance of beating the Empoleon, and we get the debuff. It's still gonna hurt, but because of that double decrease of their attack, they do not kill. Like, look how little that Drill Peck does. So we're just gonna go for it again. They have 2 shields. We just need to make sure we chip away. If they don't shield it, that's fine too, because if this thing dies, our Cofable can take out the Machamp. We go over to Cofable, we wipe out the Machamp. Look at this, is probably Rock Slide. Look how little damage it's gonna do. That is a neutral Shadow Machamp Rock Slide. We don't care. This thing's in range. We throw our Meteor Mash right away. I know it's double resisted, but we just need as much chip damage to Dragon Breath. Our charms can finish it off, and it was enough to kill. GG. Snorlax versus Gallade. Okay, Shadow Gallade lead. This is very scary because look how much damage its Confusions are doing. It threatens us with a lot of different moves. It has a Snorlax of their own, and because I don't know what I was doing. I stayed in too long. I feel like I should have just probably threw in a superpower and dipped over to my Kingdra right away, because now this Snorlax has a lot of energy and can threaten me with these body slams, I feel. Let's see how it goes. So we know this is going to be a body slam. Let's see how much damage it does to us. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. We're going to go for the Octazooka. This puts it inside farm down range for sure. And we were hoping to take it out, but we don't. We do get the attack debuff though, so that's pretty good. That body slam doesn't do that much damage to us, but now I think the Gallade's gonna farm us down, right? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, we were so close to getting a move off. No. Okay, we're hoping that it's using a close combat here, but it uses Leaf Blade. Oh no. Gets both off. We had to use a shield. Yikes. The Leaf Blade's chunk. And they have a Lapras in the back. This is going to be very close. So the thing about Lapras is that when it gets that boost inside Skull Bash, its defenses raise up and it becomes a lot harder for us to kill. And here they can just throw Surf, and I think my Clefable would die from that. I'm not sure if this is the correction. Oh, that's a Skull Bash. Yeah, that was a good shield. That keeps it alive. I need to make sure that I can kill this Lapras in time. So we are able to... Okay. We are able to take their shield. We take out the Lapras here. And can we kill this Gallade? We do with the legs. GG. What a close one. Gallade is so scary. Gallade is one heck of a mon. I think it's one of the strongest mons in the Ultra Premier. If you guys haven't tried it out, definitely try it out. It's very, very strong. Okay, Skarmory lead. Not really the greatest mon for us in general. It's definitely XL. I don't think that's fully maxed out, or at least it doesn't have the best buddy ribbon yet. And the thing about Skarmory is just very, very annoying. We have a resisted body slam. We don't want to use superpower because superpower reduces our stats, and obviously we don't want to fight a steel type with our Charmer. They go over to the Swampert, and we probably should have switched to the Kingdra before. I mean, holding energy is usually a really nice win condition because you can surprise snipe things. They land an Earthquake on us, and boy, does that do damage. Holy fluff. So we're going to throw the Octazooka. We're going to see if they want to shield or not. They do not shield, and that's a gone Swampert. But look how much damage it did to our Kingdra. I think we probably should have shielded there. That's kind of rough for us. This Skarmory is it gonna farm us down the whole way? Oh my gosh. Skarmory is a beast inside Ultra. Wow. I need to get one of those. Like, I have one, but I don't have the dust or the candy just yet. I need to farm a bit more. Okay, it used a Brave Bird, but it's gonna use another. Its defenses are down low. It switches over, and oh, is that a win condition I see? They have a Shadow Machamp. We're not gonna shield because if we save two, oh my god, Cross Chop, yeah, that does nothing, and they realize what happened there. GG, well played. You see how the team works really well with double win conditions. And this right here, both the Snorlax and Clefable do pretty well against the Galvantula. Kingdra can do damage, but obviously the neutral electric damage is gonna hurt really bad, especially since it can just spam lunges and hold on. Okay, now this was great on their part because my best answer to a ghost is this Snorlax, but we got debuffed and we lost half our life bar. So what normally would be a heavily tilted matchup for Snorlax, I'm pretty sure we now lose. I mean, like, look how much damage the Licks are doing even after a debuff, but like, we should be doing even more damage, and because we're so low in HP, look at that. We're not going to survive a second Icy Wind. That was really good play. That was really good play. Debuffing us, then switching out before we could throw our Body Slam on them and wasting their shields. Because the Body Slams that we throw now are completely useless on this Drifloon due to the double resistance. We lose our Snorlax. We're going to try to farm some energy, but they have enough energy for another Icy Wind. This kind of sucks. Yeah, they can debuff us. That's neutral. We're in a bit of trouble. Okay, so we threw that horribly. We needed to do 2 more Dragon Breaths at least before we threw this, because they got essentially a free Volt Switch there, and this is going to hurt. Pretty sure this is Lunge. Yeah, Lunge doesn't do that much less, so we switch over with a low energy, and they have a G-Fist. Yikes. G-Fist, I feel like we could do pretty okay with it with the Kingdra, obviously with the Snorlax, but yeah, this team that they have against us, kind of rough. We have a chance, we have the ability to win, but I think if we went Cofable into their Drift Limb and absorbed the damage there and kept our Kingdra safe, that would have been a good condition. We have 2 shields left, should be using it here. I don't shield because I know it's Rock Slide, but my King, oh my gosh, that's a really bad play by me. I needed a shield because I have so many oh my, what? I'm insane. I'm insane. Past me, what are you doing? There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, he just farms us down. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, he gets the lunge off. We have way too low HP. We're dead. We're dead. Yeah, that, like, past me. What are you thinking? There's no way. Like, I needed to use 1 shield and Cofable there. I think I needed at least 1 shield and Cofable. That would have been the play. Just look at this. They're just gonna farm us down with mud shots. With mud shots! Past me. What are you doing? GG. Well played by my opponent, though. Really strong team. Really strong squad. So we end that set with a 4-1. One thing to note is that inside this team, 2 of the 3 mons don't technically need to be XL. The Kingdra, I have an XL one, but it's a very small XL cost and isn't that expensive, but you can always use one that's like near a hundo and be okay with that. Same thing with the Cofable. You notice that I have a 12, 13, 13 instead of like the more XL stats of like a 0, 15, 15, because looking at the matrix and checking out the stats and how it works, the Cofable actually performs pretty well, so we're pretty okay with how it does here. These are some of the cheaper XL mons that don't need to go all the way to 50 to be used, and this team has been very, very strong and consistent throughout Ultra League Premier. Even with the addition of XL mons, even with shifts in meta, this team has consistently performed well. So if you're going for that legend climb or you're trying to go higher up on the leaderboards, this team is a classic. It's dependable and it's very good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all next time. Class is dismissed.